Welcome to Revolve Outdoors. So I'm Delaney Lewis here, got Jonathan Socha on the camera today. And today's episode, we're going to talk about the turkey hunting system and kind of describe to it a little bit what it is and what some of the differences are between this and the Revolution blind. The number one thing that's different, it does pivot, it does have a seat, it does have a backpack, and it is a blind. But it's got a lower profile, sitting a lot closer to the ground with it. The width and the height that you need for the Revolution blind to be able to shoot a compound bow out of, we just didn't need for this one. So we built it specifically for shotguns and for crossbows. It's got a gunsling in it as well. You're able to sit there hands free and hunt all day. A lot of the old time hunters, they don't run and gun or not quite as good. Not that it couldn't be a run and gun hunter, it could be, but it's not quite as quick as some of the run and gun seats that we'll be talking about later. But anyway, so let me get into just kind of showing you what this thing is and how it sets up. We've got our tree back bracket. It's real similar to the tree back bracket on the Revolution blind. It does not extend as far away from the tree. We just didn't feel like we needed that since we were going to be using a shotgun for this one or a crossbow. So the height on the tree is different on this one. And then of course we have our camouflage. It goes on here that and our load bearing strap. We'll pull it around, set it into setup position. Just you see what can happen if you don't have it in setup position. And that just holds it while I reach down and grab the blind. Get it in there. I'll put it in hunt position, check the height, adjust my height down a little bit. Get my skirt out. And of course, you can set as low or as high as you like. In this particular one, it is designed to set a lot lower than the other one, as we mentioned. So we get that, and we'll put, I am struggling with that tree. Our camo pattern, the leafy material. And, we've talked about this with the Revolution series blind. And what that does, it hides that bracket. The bracket's an unnatural looking thing in the woods. And everything that we do here is about building something that just blends in, the contrast. So you don't have to come in and worry about what this looks like. You just wrap it around and it just immediately blends in. So here you see this particular one, it's got the seat, it's got the pockets in it. With this being the turkey system, we put a lot more pockets. There's 2 pockets on this side. There's a long pocket on this side. There's an additional pocket on the back. So it's built for storage and capacity to put all your gear in. It is built to be your backpack, your blind, and your seat. There's some additional storage space up here as well. Let's see. I'll just sit in it. It's got you can see the height distance above my head is a lot different on this one than the Revolution blind. We're not trying to put a compound bow in here, so we don't need a lot of head space. All we need is the ability to be able to get a shotgun or a crossbow inside it. So I'll show you what it looks like. sling can get in the way. All right, so once I get that, then I'll button myself up into it. As I mentioned before, you don't really have to bend down to button those buttons. It's flexible material. Just pull it to yourself. It'll come right to you. All right, so now we'll pull the shotgun up, and you always put the shotgun sling on the shotgun right in front of the trigger guard, and that pulls back into your shoulders, so that's where you're basically hands-free. And for this particular one, you can just see a real slow movement across the target. If you've got a turkey or whatever it is that you're hunting, you can use this for. That's it with it. Real small profile on the weapon that you're using. They don't see much sticking out from there. Open this thing up, and we'll put the crossbow in and show you how that one looks from the outside. Same thing with this one. The profile on the outside is so small that whatever game you're hunting, there's not much there for them to be able to even see. And when you're tracking an animal, for me to rotate 2 inches here, that might be 30 yards worth of movement out at 30 yards. So you don't move very fast. There's no need to. You're just following the target across, but real small profile. And I'll open this up where you can see on the inside what I'm doing. That's basically it. It's in that sling, and it's just pulling it right into my shoulder like that, and just make that little subtle movement, and a little subtle movement up close is a whole big movement at 30 yards. It's a deadly combination right there. And that is about it for this one. The reason for the difference in this one is that there are a lot of guys out there that just, even certain times of the year where you might have been running and gunning, when those hens get on the nest, they're not gobbling and they're not running around, and sometimes you just have to go sit on the field and spend some time there. You're really kind of deer hunting them. And this unit is designed to put you there in comfort, a lightweight system, blend it in, they'll never know you're there. That's it for today's series.
Join us next time when we're creating a new experience in hunting.